Every decision we make is made emotionally. We then justify it pragmatically. And if you don't get the emotional connection first, you'll lose.
How many of you have been to Disneyland? Stop me if I tell a fib. If I lie, just stop me. You tell your kids 3 weeks before that you're going to go to Disneyland, and they go, oh, wow, fantastic, how many more sleeps? You say, 20 more sleeps. Now, they're excited, aren't they? They are excited. They haven't been to the place yet, and they're excited. They're already having a good time. Now, how would you like to have a brand where somebody said, I'm going to go and see my ING rep in 3 weeks, and they go, wow, how many more sleeps is that? Why isn't it happening?
If you pick up this morning's paper or watch most ads on television or listen to the drivel they throw at you on radio, there's very little emotional connection. And I think the people who do emotional connections win.
We get to the gate, 44,000 people have beaten us, so we stand in this great line. We finally get to the window, and they say 2 adults, 2 kids, $244, and you say, God, that's expensive! But this is Disneyland, happiest place on earth. Wow, hey. So you pay over your money, you walk in the door and you say, come on kids, we've got to get down to Pirates of the Caribbean. So you race down the Pirates of the Caribbean as fast as you can get there. What's the first thing you see? A line. It's not just a little line, is it? There's 50,000 people in this bloody line. So you wait. And Disney, just to make you feel better, stick up a sign saying, the wait from this point is 1 hour. So you go, okay, that's all right, happiest place on earth. So you finally get into Pirates of the Caribbean. 2 minutes later, it's over. Okay, that's all right. Race down to the next ride. What's the first thing you see? A line. You stand in the line. You know, the average person who goes to Disneyland stands in a line for 6 hours and 20 minutes. 6 hours and 20 minutes standing in a bloody line. And what do you do when you leave? You say, wasn't that fantastic?
I just enjoy being successful. I enjoy getting a result for whoever the client is, whether that be putting together a business strategy, or whether it's putting together a marketing strategy, or whether it's going out and knocking dead 1,000 people in the room. It's about achieving the result that you need to achieve.
I've been doing this for a long time, and I work with corporations all over the planet. And we go in and we develop customer service policies, just giving every customer a great wow experience every time, and we change bottom lines dramatically. Not advertising, not promotion, not new products, just good, old-fashioned, bloody good service.
I do work pretty much across the board. On one end of the scale, I do work with people like Microsoft up in Silicon Valley, where they have corporations that they put money into and develop, and I'll go and advise them on how they can move forward. I launched Nexium in Europe for AstraZeneca. I think most of the corporations that I've been dealing with have been the big guys, although I'm getting more and more involved in helping small businesses, in fact, not necessarily start-up businesses, but early stage businesses where they may not have the business model quite right. They haven't determined what their business and marketing strategy should be.
Bob Pritchard has helped people like companies like American Express, Coca-Cola, to realise business potential. And you've worked with some huge companies, boards of directors, help some big names. What is it that they can get from you that they can't get from all their other people?
I think the difference is that once you work in a company, that you become channeled into their corporate culture, if you like. So you tend not to think outside the box. You tend not to think about what other companies are doing. And so you don't keep up with the trends. You tend to do... If you're the marketing director of Coca-Cola and you put something up and they say no, and then you put something else up and they say no. Sooner or later you only suggest what you know the company's going to buy. Where somebody like me comes in and says, you've got to do this, and they go, wow, how fantastic's that?
Because I speak on platforms all over the world, and because I get the good quality jobs, I think I've got 90 Fortune 500 companies that I've spoken to. You get to share the platform with all the best people in the world. And, you know, I'll go along and listen to 10 speakers at a job where I'm one of them, and you learn a hell of a lot, which enables you to then take that back to clients.
One of the most interesting things I saw or heard was when Mark Cliff says, you know, boom and busts are driven by emotion. That's what he said. Boom and busts are driven by emotion. God, if boom and bust, the future of the world's driven by emotion, why aren't we using more of it? Why don't I pick up an ING brochure and go, wow, that's what I'm about? Why don't I feel this great emotional drive? Because that's what's going to get people involved.
I'm not in the motivation business. People often say to me, you're a motivational speaker. I'm not a motivational speaker at all. I'm a person who gets across a whole bunch of information that is as simple as I can make it, so that they can walk out and implement it tomorrow, so that you don't get back to the office and say, geez, what do I do now? It's information that's practical, logical, you can implement tomorrow. And hopefully it's entertaining and motivating. This world is full of good people, and if you want to be the best, you have to put in the yards. And there's no shortcut to success. Hard work, hard work, hard work. They're the three keys. They're the only three keys.